May I walk in the light of destiny's stride and rise to the challenge of these changing times. May I serve with all my heart, body, and mind, and grow wise in the fullness of time. Oh, there is a way. Oh, I have faith. Oh, we will be strong. Oh, and carry on. May I give more than take, and with ease peace make, growing me strong and true, doing the best I can do. Oh, we can shine. Oh, from inside. Oh, and light the way. Oh, to a new day. May I walk in the light of destiny's stride and rise to the challenge of these changing times. May I serve with all my heart, body, and mind, and grow wise in the fullness of time.
And although I myself don't feel fear, what I feel is emotional pain. Like I walk around and I see there's some folks out there nearby who don't have homes, who are they're struggling with addiction, they're out on the street, and I walk past that all the time to go to work. And so to me, what that's about is, you know, like what I hear, what I keep hearing from everybody, one thing that I hear is the need for all of us to care for each other and to create good, positive experiences for our youth, for our families, for our elders, to create more of that community village feeling that my family, my mom's family in the Dominican Republic, that's what I feel when I go there. And I would love to feel that here because I live here. I want to feel family and care and community and safety here for me and for everybody that lives here.
And I'm fearful.
All the various organizations that are here,
Yes.
represented in the space for Compassionate Arts in the Park, and just getting ready to just talk a little bit about hieroglyphics and what we hope to do, which is to provide a healing space for the community to grow in and through the practice of yoga with both power and grace and strength and humility. These are our cornerstones of the studio, and our mantra is born in struggle, raised in
So I'm glad that you invited cops that you trust, that are compassionate cops, and that we don't think that every one of these cops are like that. We know there are individuals that create bad seeds or create that idea of a bad seed, and we're trying to reduce that stigma, first of all, and the intimidation factor. So that's why I ask that people sit down. Nobody needs to be intimidated by anybody's message, and then to reduce the stigma. Black people in the park doing yoga, brown people in the park doing yoga.
I just want to say thank you. This was such a good experience. I didn't know why I was coming here. Like, I saw the event, but I didn't read enough about what it was about. But, you know, I live here in Pasadena. I'm an Afro-Latina, proudly Afro-Latina. And I come from a family that has been impacted by the criminal justice system.
Because, you know, there's nothing really for the youth to do in the city of Pasadena. And I appreciate you guys having me here. You know, do more of this. Don't just do this part, do all the parts.
It stayed with me forever. I mean, it doesn't leave. I still see police, and I wonder, what did I do? And so I somewhat understand the feeling of fear that Black people have towards police. And anyways, I'm glad the police are here to interact with the community. It's really important, and I hope that part of life will improve.
There are times when I do feel safe, but I have a husband that I am in constant fear of whether he's going to come back home or not. I have 4 brothers where I'm in constant fear of if I'm going to get a phone call for a mistaken identity, or he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And those should not be reasons to die.
Hello everybody, my name's Rick. I'm always in Pasadena, but I live in Compton. I have a 23-year-old daughter and a 25-year-old son. He walks always to the bus station because he doesn't have his license. So, you know, I worry about my kids.
safety and justice, inner peace, and how that peace can show up in the world when we practice it. So a lot of the postures that we'll go through today, you'll hear like warrior, warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, reverse warrior, extended side warriors, right? So, but it is a practice of peace. We're practicing peace on the mat as peaceful warriors. And so there's already this kind of inherent contradiction in it, but we are engaged in a struggle all the time and everywhere we go. So how then do we remain in that battle, right? And also stay focused, right? And peaceful.
Hi, I'm Karen Palmer. I'm known as Mindful Media Mom and Miss Kindness. And today for Golden Rule Day, how we're going to try to make, this is your lesson in Golden Rule Day every day. How can we make Golden Rule Day every day and treat everyone and the earth the way that we want to be treated, beginning with ourselves, right? Because we start with ourselves and we start to look at how can I be the happiest person in my life? This is going to help you if you've had any feelings of frustration or overwhelm. We're going to go through the 4 steps to bring you back to your happiest self and being your true self and not being lost in the illusion of all that silliness and really focusing your attention on what it is that you'd really like to be experiencing. And so Golden Rule Day every day to me is about really focusing in on your energy and how you are representing yourself in the world. First, you have to give to yourself in order to be able to give to anybody else. You know, you have to fill your own cup in order to give anyone else something to drink. And then when your cup is overflowing, you're going to want to give to everyone else. So this is what this is all about. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this. And let this be something that you can really, really get super fully present for. And notice how your body's feeling. These are going to be 4 easy steps that you can use for any emotions that you are feeling. Anything that you feel you want to kind of experience and work through, this is going to be a helpful thing for you. But for today, we're going to talk about frustration and overwhelm. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you start to notice that you're feeling just a little bit frustrated or a little bit overwhelmed is get your hands to your heart and just start to slow down your breath. And notice that when you are feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, you tend to gasp for breath. So as soon as you start to feel just that slight feeling of overwhelm, just start noticing, how am I breathing? Wait, what am I thinking? That W-A-I-T, wait, what am I thinking? And get your hands to your heart and acknowledge what you're feeling. Number 1 is acknowledge. Acknowledge that you feel a little overwhelmed, because if you bring it into your consciousness and you start to notice and you acknowledge it without making it wrong, without trying to suppress it or make it something that you shouldn't be feeling, acknowledging it starts the process of bringing you back to your true happy self, the happiest person that you can be in this experience. So this is going to help you with that. So just close your eyes and be still for a minute, noticing your heart slowing down as you slow down your breath. And just notice how it feels to just be a witness and an observer of the overwhelm and the frustration. And with just observing, with no judgment, just listening to this as an awareness, you know, bringing in that feeling of acknowledgement. The next thing that's going to come up for you, the second part of this, is to start to bring acceptance into how you're feeling. Give yourself a lot of compassion and understanding that this is hard sometimes. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes it is frustrating. Sometimes it's very difficult to have this human experience. And just bring a little bit of acceptance into it, saying, wow, you know, I really feel that this acceptance is going to give me a little more soothing comfort. So as you start to notice that frustration, first thing, bring your hands to your heart, notice your breathing, slow down, acknowledge that you are frustrated, that you are overwhelmed, and, you know, just start labeling it as it is, just giving it a name, giving it an acknowledgement. I hear you, I see you, I feel you. I know these emotions are happening, and I'm not going to make myself wrong for feeling them. We as humans get to have emotions, and there's nothing wrong with our emotions. We just need to learn how to really ride those emotional waves. So the next part, like I said, is acceptance. Wow, I'm accepting this feeling. I'm accepting that I feel overwhelmed. I'm accepting that this feels frustrating at this moment. And if you want, you can even journal about it. You can write a little something down, or you can share it with somebody that you love, somebody that you care about, that you feel safe with, and that you can trust. And you can say, you know, I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed right now. I'm just feeling a little frustrated. And I guess I just needed somebody to listen, and let that person be somebody who you really do trust, and somebody that really will be supportive of you. Okay. Number 3 is appreciation, right? So appreciation for the overwhelm, for the frustration. Now you've gone through, you've kind of brought it into your awareness, you brought it into your acknowledgement, and you know that you are noticing that these emotions are part of the human experience. So bringing in acceptance is the next part. And the third part is appreciation. Appreciate your life. Appreciate the things that make you really, really joyful and happy. And keep your focus on the things that make you feel happy inside. And think about all the things that you're appreciative of, things that you appreciate about yourself, and even just appreciation for noticing, I've been overwhelmed. I've been unkind to myself. I've been unappreciative of myself. And notice that, and just bring that attention into it and say, I'm going to be more appreciative of this experience. And really, the last part of it is your attention. The fourth part is your attention. What am I thinking? Where is my attention going? What am I doing with this? Every time that you set your intention and your attention on something, you're starting to bring it into a more focused experience. So whatever you focus on expands. So focus your attention on feeling ease and grace and feeling comfortable and noticing that you're content after you've acknowledged that you were frustrated, and you brought your acceptance to the fact that you were frustrated, and then you brought in appreciation, that you are appreciating what is happening that's good, that you feel is working in your life. What are you focused on? And finally, where are you placing your attention? Are you putting your attention on being kind to yourself, being kind to the people in your life? Are you practicing the golden rule every day? Are you living the golden rule day every day? That's the goal here, is to focus on how can I bring this golden rule day every day into my daily experience. So those are your 4 steps. I hope you enjoy your beautiful day and continue to follow the golden rule day, as we will be focusing on how can we have golden rule day every day. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Nugget. Oh, can you see Nugget back there? Hey everybody, it's Bobby. In honor of Golden Rule Day, I just wanted to remind everybody that caring for others also means caring for animals. You know, I love my babies, they love me in return, and I do everything I can for them. So I just wanted to say from all of us here at Big Guys Little World Sanctuary, happy Golden Rule Day. This guy. How you doing, baby girl? Mia, Winston, Kira.
Happy Golden Rule Day. The Golden Rule inspires us to practice the core values of kindness, respect, compassion and care. My plea today is for us to extend these important values to the whole of God's divine creation. Let's extend our love to the animal kingdom and the environment as well. Let us practice what we preach. Are we being good guardians and caring and compassionate to those animals who we're hurting and slaughtering? Is there a sense of fairness in how we're consuming resources from our environment? Let's take some important steps. Firstly, let's become vegan. That way we will help to protect our animals and our environment. Secondly, let's start to reduce, reuse and recycle. These are important things which value what our Mother Nature is giving us. If we wish to be treated with respect, compassion, care and kindness, those are the values that we must extend to all of living beings.
Just like us, their mothers love them so. Just like us, protect them as they grow. Just like us, daughters and sons with a life of their own, each and every one. Just like us, their hearts beat strong and true, under feathers, fins or fur, or skin like me and you. Just like us, formed from flesh and bone. Just like us, when all is said and done. Just like us, they see and hear and feel. Just like us, their suffering souls can heal. Just like us, with such a strong will to survive. Just like us, they'll fight to stay alive. They are our kin, companions on this earth, breathing out, breathing in. Just like us, they're conscious and aware of those who do them harm and those who truly care. Just like us, they recognize their friends, the ones who'll share their joys and sorrows till the end. Just like us, they cry from loss and pain. Just like us, those memories remain, but love can heal, and the force of life can rise and grow and thrive, and joy can come alive. The time has come to take a stand and say what we must say. For once we've seen ourselves in them, how can we turn away? All the violence and cruelty must end, it must be banned. And you and I, we hold the keys. Their future is in our hands. and you feel it now, a distant rising drum. Deep in our hearts, we surely know that better days can come, but only if we stand, defend their rights, the right to live and breathe, and walk this earth forevermore in peace and dignity, just like us.
Hi, we're here with Julie De La Terre, and she is here with us on Golden Rule Day. Hi, Julie. Thanks for being here with us.
Hey there.
Hi. Could you tell us how you implement the Golden Rule Day into your everyday life?
I think I learned at a real early age when I saw my mother taking care of injured wildlife and realized that there's a whole community of beings out there outside of our human experience, and realized that I grew up in a world of a relationship of many, many organisms and systems. So every day I work on my relationship with all the people and the natural world, but the biggest project I have is working for the rights of nature, acknowledging the rights of nature. Now, what that means is that legal structures can be written and put into place at a community level, a township, county, state, national level, that acknowledge the rights of nature and acknowledges its standing in court. What does that mean? That means an oak tree can testify, or a salmon can testify, or a songbird can have a voice in court. And this is a global movement, and it really started getting going in about 2005 as a result of the United Nations Declaration for the Rights of Indigenous People. And then after that came the Declaration for the Rights of Nature. And then that started moving all over the world, and it's alive and well here in the United States, but not so much in state constitutional instruments or larger government structures, but mostly in community-driven ordinances. There's about 200 ordinances in the United States right now. Some of them have rights of nature language in, and some don't. So there's two movements out there right now, the community rights movement and the rights of nature movement. And we're both working on making sure individuals and communities, human individuals and communities have a voice, and also the non-human individuals and communities have a voice. So do I just keep talking about this, or are you going to ask me any questions?
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about, where you are in this world and how you got started in this? I know you said you started as a young person. Is this a organization that people can get involved in?
Oh, heck yeah. I started out in southeastern Wisconsin, and now I live in southwestern Wisconsin, next to the Kickapoo watershed, one of the most beautiful watersheds in the world as far as I'm concerned. I'm inspired every day by the nature that's here. And if you get online and look up the Rights of Nature movement, you can look around and you can find people in your neighborhood that are working on it, and or you can just get a hold of the global website, Alliance for the Rights of Nature, and check it out there. But about 2 years ago, I launched an initiative to acknowledge the rights of the entire Great Lakes ecosystem. My organization is called the Sacred Water, Sacred Land Institute, and I'm partnering with Earth Law Center out of California. And it's a lot of work. Right now, we're just trying to let people know what rights of nature is, because most people don't know. And then once we can get enough people together, we'll have a meeting and we'll talk about how can they operationalize this in their own neighborhood. It's slow going though, because it's kind of decolonizing our mind and relearning where we are situated in our political structure, and then how do we include non-human voices into a new legal structure. And we have to do it quickly. We don't have a lot of time. Ecuador actually was one of the first adopters with the Ecuadorian Rights of Nature amendment to their constitution. And they've had 23 cases that have gone to Supreme Court down there. And as far as I recall, 13 of them have been decided on the rights of the natural world. So Ecuador is a great place to look, but there's also the rights of the Ganges, the rights of the Wanganui in New Zealand, the rights of the Himalayas. The people in Toledo, Ohio just passed, I think it was a declaration of they passed the Bill of Rights for Lake Erie, which is one of the Great Lakes. I've been trying to get a hold of those folks because I'd love to get everybody on the entire Great Lakes system to come on board with that concept.
Wow,
So
that sounds fantastic. Thank you again for being here with us on Golden Rule Day. Julie, keep up the amazing work that you're doing in the world. We appreciate you and your ability to live out the Golden Rule in your place in the world and beyond. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
As we start our meditation, we reflect on how we treat others. Start by breathing in through your nose and out through your nose at a rhythm and pace that works for you. Entering into and examining our thoughts on how we treat others, our family, our friends, our co-workers, strangers. How do we treat those around us, those we come in contact with? Again, on our exhale, just breathing out any energy that is no longer useful, which we wish to replace it. And in that new breath, see a new energy coming in, replacing the old, allowing us to be love and joy and hope and peace to those around us. You can be peaceful and loving to those around you, to strangers, family, and friends. You are that loving, peaceful, joyful, hopeful person. refocus your breath. Let it bring you back into the present moment as we close the meditation. Blessings to you and all those around you.
I once met a girl who dreamed of true love. She lived for the cause of love, and all was because of. I once met a farmer whose garden was in love. We walked barefoot with seeds of peace like doves. I once met a mother whose child's name was love. She told me children are the light, not the stars above. I once met a comic whose sadness was for love. Said his dream was that joy could crack up all the thugs.
Don't fear, don't fret, don't follow. Just lead in with love and dreams. Rise, rise, love warrior. Lead in with love and dreams. Rise. Love, warrior. Just lead in with love and dreams. Rise, rise, rise.
For every act of hate, there's a love illusion. For every action, there's a reaction. For every subtraction, there's an addition. Even the smallest butterfly can change the wind. For every loss, you'll have more to win. Even angels overcome their sins. Got to start where you begin. Write your story like it never ends.
Don't fear, don't fret, don't follow. Just lead in with love and dreams. Rise, rise, love warrior. Lead in with love and dreams. Rise, rise, love warrior. Just lead in with love and dreams. Rise,
Broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round.
We are Rise!
But I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out.
The Rise Story of the Week can create a sisterhood within the girls in the school. The newsletter can prevent many bad things from going on with our female student.
Since we are students, we feel like we can reach out to our peers on a more personal and relatable level. We can create a safe relationship within the girls we work with.
Most girls don't want to go to a counselor with their problems because they don't feel comfortable talking to an adult. They think that nothing will change. It may even escalate the problem and possibly more bullying.
We are Rise.
Our mission
is to stop the drama
and to promote kindness.
Rise up. With the Rise newsletter, we want to end girl on girl bullying and spread the kindness.
This is what our newsletter will feature.
The Rise Story of the
I
Week.
was like Emily when I was in there, 3rd grade and 4th, because every time people started calling me cow and all that stuff, you're ugly, they started bullying me. But then I moved to Farmers Bench Elementary. I met these wonderful girls. I still have them as my best friends, and I'm happy that I moved to FE and making new friends. And I was quiet, but now I'm just crazy and I just be myself because I'm more confident than I used to be. Yourself, life is too short to be someone else. In our newsletter, we will also feature tips and quotes,
especially for those of us who need a positivity boost.
upcoming girls' events.
As girls, we are so quick to support our boys' events. So it's time to support our sisters.
Girls on the rise and taking a stand. Compliments for change.
Our Compliments for Change section can be so powerful. You alone have the power to create a movement of kindness. Fill out a form for someone you know and someone you don't know. Hey, be brave and write one out to a girl you have had a misunderstanding with. You never know just how much you can impact someone else's day.
Our mission: stop the drama.
End the girl-on-girl hate. Promote kindness.
Please be nice.
Please be kind.
Spread the kindness. Inspire.
Rise up.
You're broken down and tired.
We're launching our first newsletter and we're very excited.
We've been working very hard on our newsletter. We have over 50 compliments, and next time we hope for more.
This is the first time we're showing off our Rise Story of the Week, and it's also our first time working with two girls and their problems. We're very proud that they have become friends after working out their issues.
These are the final copies and we're really excited. We will launch the next newsletter on our website.
Hi, come on in. Rise up, girls!
I learned that most girls need to communicate even if it's for a compliment.
I really just learned that most issues were misunderstood and petty, and we just made the girls aware of that.
Most of my issues with my girls were because of my own insecurities and most of my thoughts, and the newsletter and counseling helped me figure that out.
Design for Change has made a big impact on me.
We started by learning about our rights and responsibilities as citizens.
Then we looked at local issues and selected topics that we'd be passionate about finding a solution for.
Our efforts were great, and although to the public our product may seem small, we know that no service is unworthy of our time.
Knowing just too great to show our neighbors how much we love them.
We want to start now and create opportunities for them to look at their community and design a thoughtful solution to make a change.
Our students are learning how to work together in teams to make decisions, problem solve, and think critically.
We don't want our students to wait until they're adults to start thinking this way.
Hi, I'm here with Basil and the Supernaturals. We're here to represent, we're glad you're here with us on Golden Rule Day, and he's here to tell us a little bit about how he lives the Golden Rule and a little bit about his story.
Yes, I'm Basil. I lead the funk and soul group Basil and the Supernaturals, and we always say Syrian heart and Chicago soul, because I am first generation Syrian American. I was born and raised in the U.S., actually in Northeast Ohio. I'm a product of immigrants from Aleppo, Syria. My parents immigrated to the U.S. in the late 70s, and my father has delivered over 4,000 American babies, and I use that as a story to tell of what immigrants can really provide to this country. And I've been in Chicago for over 10 years. I play with some phenomenal gentlemen here, and we're really excited to play tonight in Appleton, Wisconsin. Our music is rooted in funk and soul music. It's all very emotionally driven music, and the whole purpose is humanizing our experience. I'm Syrian and I'm American. I'm just as American as I am Syrian, and vice versa. And our music tells that story. So many people that we've performed to have never met a Middle Eastern person, let alone a Syrian person. And a lot of times just coming in and telling a story about how my family's been impacted by the crisis in Syria opens up this beautiful conversation, and I just realized how many people are truly compassionate in the world and want to do good, but just don't even know where to start. And sometimes just making that personal connection is the catalyst to change. So that's how I like to live by the Golden Rule, is to go out there and just to help tell that story, and to honor that privilege that I have to be able to do that, and to be as loud as I possibly can in doing so.
You'll notice as soon as you go to our website, basilmusic.com, it'll say Syrian Heart and Chicago Soul. I'm first generation Syrian American. I'm a product of immigrants from a place called Aleppo, Syria. You guys hear of Aleppo before? We hear about Aleppo a lot today, but in this context of the war, of course. My family has been deeply impacted by this war. I'm first generation Syrian American. My entire extended family was, for the most part, in Aleppo before this war began. And a lot of them are still there today. I've lost family members. A lot of them have been displaced in this war. But what we don't hear about is what Aleppo has always been. It is the oldest continuously civilized city on the earth. People have been living in Aleppo for over 5,000 consecutive years. That's the piece of history we don't hear about. We don't hear about the hospitality. We don't hear about the amazing shawarma that was there before all of this began. My memories. So this song celebrates the heritage of my people and the oldest city on the earth. This song is called Aleppo. Well, if there's one thing I know, I'll make you feel right. Or just take the pain, yeah. Well, can't you tell it's sit up and I'll sick all night. Oh, it's taking time to realize she's gone. The peace has fallen away. Don't fear, time goes slow. Oh, these summer nights, the smell of rose and get it. The world keeps on spinning and changing now. But always been the city. It should be taken away. The people say that we said it's too cold. You're gonna have to roll me back out through that door. Would you show me the cards and get out? It feels like a healing tale flowing to my eyes. And there's a party now. So like this hanging now. All these shows out overhead, yeah. We spin it on them. The sky, the sunlight, baked bread is gone. But the time I get home, I see my 2 eyes like they always. The good times, the light of the city, they should be taken pity. So people shit is too cold. The old city I live on, yeah, let you know. It's the old city I live on. It's the old city I live on, yeah. Thank you.